Welcome back to War Thunder Weekly News. This week we got a soccer event coming up next week shown by the War Thunder Facebook and Twitter, and a nice Q&A to tell us what's going on. Hit that subscribe button. Let's find out what the soccer game's all about. A trailer for it popped up on, as I said, the Twitter and the Facebook, and from what it seems, it's the game Rocket League, but in War Thunder. You play some sort of modified Chardon with the ability to boost yourself forward. It also seems, from some data mines, that there is a red and a blue skin that applies to the regular Chardon. I'm assuming this will be some sort of reward for partaking in the event. On the terms of the Q&A, there was some good information to get on this onto what's coming up in the future. 3 questions that I found very interesting. Do you plan to add a branch for British light tanks? And the answer was, we don't have plans for a branch exactly, but we do plan to add various light vehicles, including wheeled ones. What I get from this, it was very likely we'll see more British light tank event vehicles, or have them just randomly shoved in the tree. And this is kind of annoying, as the British had a good number of light vehicles throughout the ages that could easily make up a line of their own. And currently the British tree is only 4 lines opposed to the ideal 5. So there's not much of a reason for there not to be made a light tank line, although guidance just has decided to go against it. The second question is, how are things currently with the mechanics of armor-piercing bombs? In reality, they could sink battleships, but in the game, they do low damage to destroyers. The answer was, currently they have no special armor-piercing action, like that of armor-piercing rockets, for example. All the damage is done by the explosive material in the bomb. We do plan to work with these aspects further to make it reflect reality more accurately. This one gets me excited, as Japan has a lot of armor-piercing bombs, and they don't seem to do much, as explained here, so finally we'll be able to really use those to their fullest effect. This also will affect the Frix X, as it is an armor-piercing bomb, and it is known mostly for taking out the Italian battleship Roma. I believe there's only one, so if that's to believe, this thing will destroy the light cruisers and destroyers currently in game, though the bomber it is carried on typically is destroyed quite easily by the destroyers. The final question that intrigued me was, there are currently only 2 nations in naval closed beta tests. We have seen many vehicles of other countries. Roughly how long will we have to wait till we see them in battle? Not all nations currently have a range of vehicles that is sufficient for a full-fledged tech tree. Although we are working on this, we plan to add at least one other nation to the closed beta test in the summer. What we can take away from this is that it's been confirmed by the store team dude that the next nation is going to be Russia, and this only states that it's going to be sooner than we think. It's also been stated many times that the naval forces isn't going to exactly line up perfectly with the patches. It's going to come out on its own schedule, as we saw with the initial release, being a few weeks after a patch. As the premium boat I bought was the Russian one, I am excited for the addition of this tree, although I am in more anticipation of the Japanese tree release, because they have a legendary navy, and their smaller vehicles, while very rare and not the greatest, are much more interesting in my personal take. There was 2 new naval devblogs this week. The first one was for the USS Barker, a Clemson-class destroyer, armed with 4 102mm cannons. Although don't get too excited, you'll only be able to use 3 of them at a time, as 2 are across from each other. The USS Barker is a very old ship, and to that is not very well armored. And from what it seems, the 100mm cannons for destroyers, they don't work too well on the other destroyer vessels, as they just don't have the explosive power to really damage the enemy ship. Perhaps this changes when you get AP rounds, but I find it's just not enough, and these things can easily be taken out. The other naval devlog was for the Kanonenboot K-2, for the German tree, a Dutch vessel that was captured by the Germans, armed with 4 120mm cannons, 2 in each turret. This thing packs the firepower to brawl. It does no AP ammo, unfortunately, although those 120mm cannons, their HE does a lot of damage. It unfortunately is slow as butts, though that won't matter too much as you are also very well armored. There's a sale going on in celebration of the 4th of July. The main attraction is 3 packs are all US vehicles. The first one is a air pack for the P-48K, Premium Mustang, and the P-47M. The second one is a tank pack with the M18 Black Cat, the T-29, and the Magach 3. And the final pack is just a combination of the two prior packs at a heavier discount. As usual, these packs aren't cheap. There are cheaper options if you wish to buy a single vehicle. The Panzer II-H is being brought back to the store. It doesn't say off this is only for the sale or continuous thing. For $15 you can get the PZ2H, and it's a very nice vehicle, though I'm not sure if it's a $15 worth of vehicle as it is only a tier 2. There's also a bunch of clearance vehicles, which really implies that they're just going to add new premiums in the future. The LA-11, the Key-87, that guy's Spitfire, the Sherman Firefly, and the AMX-13 SS-11. If you're looking to grind one of these trees, this is probably a good opportunity, as Gaijin doesn't usually sell such high-ranking vehicles for such low prices. I've heard the Key-87 is really good, though I have not flown it personally. And that's just about all the news this week. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, don't hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon if you want to be notified anytime I'm uploading anything, as I make random videos throughout the week, and every Sunday I make a news video, as this one is here. Thanks for watching, have a great day.